All right, we're here with head coach John Muller after his weekend of play against St. Joe's Long Island. Obviously, the Dolphins went 2-1 this weekend. So, Coach, why don't you just open up this this press conference with your weekend recap?
I think it went pretty well. I think the first game, Andrew Geiger did a great job on the mound. I think the pitching all week was very good, spectacular. I think it's the best pitching we've had ever since I've been here. Geiger looked great. We just really didn't hit as well as I would have liked that first game. I think the pitcher that they threw, their starter, was pretty good. I think he'll probably be one of the better pitchers in the conference as the season goes on. He did a great job mixing up pitches, kept our guys on their toes a little bit, and we took a little bit too many fastballs and just didn't show offensively as we would have liked to. I thought we played a decent game, but I think overall the first game our defense was the reason why we didn't win that game. We just got to take care of the ball a little bit better and do a little bit of job on the defensive end. Game 2, Aiden Rice did an awesome job. Did a great job again. He works quick. He fills the zone up. Did an outstanding job. All the guys that pitched, that day did great. Offensively, we started to wake up a little bit. Did a good job there. Took care of the baseball. Did exactly, that was kind of how our game plan really was supposed to shape out for all 3 games. And then third game, a lot of the same stuff. I thought Amir pitched really good. I think the first run that you saw was a little bloop. That was kind of a fluke, that first run, second run home run. But I think Amir pitched great. Bats were alive. Defense was really good. I think the last 2 games were kind of what we envisioned the weekend kind of looking like. But like I said, I got to give credit to St. Joe's there. Their starting pitcher that first game did a very good job.
Cool. So, Coach, you spoke on it a little bit. You said the hitting wasn't there in the first game. Couple small areas that you look to plan on fixing and everything like that. So, can you speak on how you plan to fix up those little bloop mistakes and everything like that?
It's baseball, man. We're not changing anything. What we're doing works. We work on defense, offense. We work on everything every week. Pretty much every day. So I just think errors happen. We talk about it. We don't really talk about it in the dugout. An error is going to happen. Some guys are going to make mistakes. It's the mental errors that would kill you. We didn't make any mental errors. The errors that we made were physical. There was a ball that dropped in the outfield. There was the ground ball, the throw. So those things you can't plan for. You just got to give the guys the most reps they possibly can to go moving forward. But overall, there's no change. There's no change in what's going to happen. Baseball, you're not going to win every game. I told the guys after the game, you're not going to go undefeated. No, I didn't expect you guys to go undefeated. So get your heads up and let's go win the next 2. But it's baseball. It's baseball. We're a good team. They're a really good team. We just made more mistakes that game.
So, going back to pitching a little bit, I want to touch on Geiger. So, obviously, when you look at the stat sheet, he picked up the loss, which doesn't, translate to how well he pitched in the game. Sophomore starter, getting that experience that he missed last year. So, what do you expect from him moving forward, especially after seeing how well he pitched against St. Joe's?
I knew he was going to pitch well. I kept telling him last year, because as a younger kid, as a freshman, he never really pitched a lot in high school. Kept telling him, man, you're going to do great up here. You're going to do great. You're going to kill it. And you could tell he was kind of like a bright-eyed little freshman trying to get used to it. And he had success in our first few series last year. So I had a really good idea that he was going to do well because he looks even better now than he did last year. I would expect to see a healthy dose of him every time we go. Now, with 8 games in a very short period, obviously we're not going to see as much of, we're only going to get to see a certain amount where every weekend you'd normally get to see him for a full dose of him. But expect a lot from him. He works hard. He's a big kid. Throws hard. Throws breaking ball for a strike. Throws changeup for a strike. Very, very good competitor. And one thing you haven't seen him do yet is hit either. And once he gets his opportunity, you're going to see what he could do. And he's got some pop.
So staying on pitching real quick. Now, you mentioned him as well, Aiden Rice. Now it's 2 games. Pitched really well. Obviously, Skyline competition, the level's always a little, you're more amped up. You're hyped up. Looks like he's emerging as a top-tier rotation piece for you guys. So, like you did with Geiger, kind of speak on Aiden Rice and where you see him going forward as well.
Yeah, said it last week. We had high expectations of him, and I don't expect him to stop. I think you'll see a lot of that. Guys have hiccups here and there. Like I said, once again, it's baseball.
Yeah.
Guys are going to have good days. Guys are going to have bad days. But I think what you're seeing from him is what you should expect for the next few years. He's going to get out there. He's going to compete. He's ready. Like I said, he works as hard as he possibly can. He works as hard as anybody I know to get better every day. So he's gonna be ready. He's going to show up to compete. He's going to work quick. He's going to throw strikes. He's going to throw breaking balls. He's going to throw his changeup. He's going to mix things up, mix arm angles up. He's going to control the base running. He's going to be a leader. He's going to put us in a position to win every time he gets on the mound. So I think what we saw the last 2 weeks, we're going to see a lot more of that. Here we go.
And then I have one more, actually. We're going to switch to offense now. So 3 of your 5 games now, we've seen what the offense could do, putting up a ton of numbers, right? And obviously the first game against St. Joe's didn't work out in our favor. But one thing that stood out to me was that 5th game on Monday, where it was a come-from-behind win. You kind of grinded out at bats, and you were able to, take advantage of situational hitting. It's one thing when you could say, all right, we could be a powerhouse team, score 18 runs like you did against St. Joe's, but what does it prove to you when you could see, all right, we're down 2-0 late in the game, we're able to scratch and claw, come from behind, and get the win?
Well, if you go back to 2019, the same group that's basically starting right now, we came from behind more than half the time. I'd say heart and character are 2 of the biggest strengths that this team has. Where it was youth in the past, they're not so young anymore and they're more prepared, but that heart and that character doesn't change, and they'll never change. You can't teach that. They had that when they got here and they showed that. So I even told myself, at the start of the game, when it wasn't the tempo, we're trying to figure out where the momentum is, we're trying to gain momentum, we're trying to swing things up, we're trying to figure out ways and tell the guys, get the bats going and do certain things. But I kept telling myself during the game, these guys are going to come through. These guys are going to figure it out. This is what they did in 2019. All year long, we were coming back. And, with that, the prowess that our offense really has, a 2-run lead isn't really much. And I think, just knowing the character and just the fight that the team has and the heart that the team has, I was not worried one bit about it. I was just trying to figure out ways to kind of mix things up and really get them more locked in. But as for fight, heart, character, you won't find a better group than that.
I got last one. So what's the preparation process like going into this upcoming week? 8 games is a lot. So how are you balancing, rest with preparation and everything like that?
Well, practice schedule is going to remain the same going into the weekend. All the same stuff we normally do. We'll roll through that into Maritime. I don't even know who's pitching what games yet. I'll probably figure out the pitching within the next couple days. And then I'm not going to worry about Mount St. Mary until we're done with Maritime. Our goal, Maritime is a very, very good baseball team. We have never beat Maritime since I've been here. We came close in 2019. We took them, I think we played 27 innings or something like that in 2 games. It was a lot of long games. So we battled hard. But we're gonna go into Maritime and try to do our job there. We want to win 3 games. We want to win as many games as possible for 4, but we want to win the conference games, as many conference games as we can. But we're gonna worry about Maritime. We're gonna go in there and give them our best and see what happens there. But then we'll figure out the Mount St. Mary pitching as we go. But we need to give Maritime is a good baseball team. They're coached very, very well. They got a very, very strong offense. They have a strong pitching staff. And I think, are we capable? Yeah. I thought we were capable in 2019, and we showed that. And I think this year will be the year you start to see a little bit of change with that. Hopefully a lot of change with that. But I think things are going to remain the same, and we'll worry about Mount St. Mary when we get there.
All right, awesome. Thanks, John. That's all we got. Thank you.